AIO for towing my roommate's boyfriend from my paid parking spot. I am 31F and I share a 2-bedroom apartment with a 27F roommate. Our building has a few parking spaces that are reserved for tenants, which I pay an extra $180 per month for because I work late shifts and don't want to have to look for a place to park on the street at 1 a.m. When she moved in, I made it very clear that my parking space is mine and that the lease contains a rule about towing unauthorized cars in paid-for tenant spots, and she told me that she understood. A few weeks later, her boyfriend started borrowing my spot without permission. I left a note and sent her a text to inform her nicely the first time. The second time I found him while I was coming back from the store and asked him nicely to not park in the spot because it's not his and I pay for it, so I'd like to use it. He laughed and said it was just a few hours. I ended up parking on the street and that caused me to get a $75 ticket. The third time was the worst. When I came home at midnight, his car was already parked in my parking spot. I drove around for half an hour before finally parking on the street and once again ended up with a $75 ticket. I texted my roommate and asked her to make things right. She replied that she was sorry, but didn't offer to pay me back. She assured that it wouldn't happen again. Last Thursday, it happened again. When I go there at 1 a.m. and saw his car, I just sat there with that awful feeling in my stomach. I took a picture of the plate and the reserved sign with my apartment number and called the tow company that was listed in the lobby. They came in 20 minutes, towed his car, so I parked mine and went up to my room and just went to sleep. About an hour later, my friend barges into my room in panic, says her boyfriend had went down and his car was gone. She yelled at me saying that I should have called them first, asking to move the car and not having it towed. I said I had already called her many times, and she didn't want to help me. Instead, I got multiple parking tickets for this, and she told me I was doing too much and that it's not that big of a deal. Now he has to pay $275 to get his car back. The next day, she wanted me to cover the towing fee, and I told her I would be more than happy to split the difference if she covered my parking tickets first. And the next month's parking fee, since I could not use the space, she says I'm blackmailing her, and I have went too far with the towing. Right now, the atmosphere in our place is super awkward and tense. Maybe I could have tried calling one more time, but I paid for the spot and I wanted to use it. I've asked many times, and she never cared to help me. Did I overreact by towing her car?